What's up my friends, this is Ash with Geek Arts Gaming, and for those of you who are new to the channel, a very warm welcome to you. In this video I'll be showing you how to get through the monthly Uncollected event quest. Specifically, we'll be looking at the boss fights, and hopefully this will help you guys out if you are struggling with any of these fights. So here we go. Here's the first fight. I'm gonna quickly take a look at these nodes. We've got Limber to deal with. Each time the defender is stunned, they reduce the duration of the stuns by 10%. We've got Enhanced Shock, where shock abilities are 40% more effective. We've got Power Gain, which is increased by 100%. And basically when you get damaged by a special attack, the enemy gains 1 bar power. So I'm going to show you how to do this with Archangel. He is pretty much the MVP for most of this particular map here. So here we go. Try and get some of that new toxin going. The standard fight with Archangel where you're just trying to get some of that heavy bait out his special 1 attacks. Spam your heavy attacks. The standard situation with Archangel. And it goes down in about 22 hits, so that's not too bad. Alright, moving on to the next fight. Alright, here is the second fight. Here we are fighting the Unstoppable Ant. Now I apologize because I don't think I actually took a look at the nodes here. I just decided to fight this guy the same way that I always fight Ant-Man, which is using our friend Archangel. So I brought my 5-star Archangel for this fight, and all I'm doing is focusing on spamming my heavy attacks here. Now sometimes you might notice you're not able to parry him, but for the most part you actually are. Just be quite careful with his attacks because they can. I believe he does have True Strike, I think it's True Strike or True Damage. I'm not really sure. One of the two that basically ignores your armor and stuff like that. So he can hit quite hard. I would evade his attacks as opposed to blocking them. But yeah, as you can see, he goes down without too much of a problem. If you've got a 550 or rank 3 Archangel, no problem. Alright, moving on to the next fight, we've got our Adaptoid here. He's immune to bleed and he's also stun immune. He also has the Pessimist node, which means that he can stack Fury and stuff like that. I would personally just bring your hardest hitting champion. If you don't have a Blade, of course Blade is the MVP for a lot of this month's event quest rather. Primarily because most of these guys are actually villains, and you shouldn't have too much of a problem there if you've got the Ghost Rider synergy. But if you don't have Blade and you don't have the Ghost Rider synergy, then I would probably just bring in your hardest hitting champions. Good options, of course, are Star-Lord. You've got Hyperion, Medusa, champions like that. You'll notice that now we're in the Pessimist mode, where he's starting to gain those Furies, but again, not too much of a problem. He does have Visions animation, so I've just been baiting out his special one. Alright, moving to the next one here, we're fighting our friend Crossbones. Now this fight can be quite difficult because we have a Rage node, which means a single hit is capped at 2.5% of max health. So his max health is 113,000. That means you cannot do more than 2.5%, otherwise he'll gain a Fury buff. And if you hit 5 Fury buffs, then that means he becomes unblockable. Every single attack of his becomes unblockable. So yeah, this is an excellent fight to actually practice your intercepting on, if that's something that you are still struggling with. The cool thing about fighting this particular level of enemy is that they are quite aggressive, so backdraft intercepting works quite well, and you don't have to try and be an intercepting god. However, if you don't have very good intercepting skills, or if you're you're still kind of practicing and you're not at that level yet where you feel comfortable with intercepting, then I would just bring a champion who can nullify Furies. And you've got loads of champions who can do that. So Dr. Voodoo, of course, is one of the best options, since he'll convert those Furies into poison, and I don't think Crossbones is immune to poison. So that is a good option. You've also got champions like Scarlet Witch, if you have, who can nullify buffs quite easily. As you can see, I brought my magic because I wanted to have a little bit of extra damage output here. So I've basically needed to nullify using my S1, as well as be relatively good at intercepting. Alright, the next fight, which is the second to last boss, is Yellowjacket. I didn't look at the notes, but basically I can tell you that this is one of the hardest fights in the monthly Uncollected event quest. Reason being because of that Biosting 3.0 and Unblockable Special 1. The Unblockable Special 1 is not too difficult because you've got Yellowjacket pretty much everywhere, so you can always just practice with him. But Biosting 3.0 is tricky because you cannot use your special attacks. If you do, and your health pool is not huge, you'll basically die instantly. That's how hard Biosting 3.0 hits. So with my 565, to give you an example, I think if I fired off the special, any of the specials, really, I would probably lose about 40 to 50% of my health. And that is a 565 5-star champion. So you can imagine how much health you can basically lose if you bring in 4 stars. So I don't recommend firing off your specials. Alright, last fight we are fighting Ghost. Ghost is the main boss, and she's honestly very easy, especially compared to some of the other previous monthly event quests. We've basically got to be very aggressive with her, otherwise she'll stack regen, she'll stack fury, she'll stack armor, the standard aggression nodes that you might have faced before. I brought in Blade, but again, any hard-hitting champion can do this job. Blade, of course, being the MVP because of that danger sense with Ghost Rider, and that means that we can take her out quite easily. You can stun her, that's no problem. From time to time she'll go into phase mode, which will make her immune to some of your attacks, but it doesn't last too long, so that's not a problem. That's not a problem at all. Should be fun to play as an attacker, but I don't see her as a very good defender, but I could be wrong. That's just me. I try to bait out her special 1 attacks here, primarily because they're really easy. You'll notice she'll go into a spin kick like that, and then she'll go into a backflip kick. So they're quite easy. I'm just firing off my special 1s here. You can play this any way you want, really. The moment you hit her, you'll remove those buffs, so not too much to worry about there. And she goes down about 41 hits, which honestly for an uncollected boss is pretty good. So yeah, hopefully that helped you out. If it did, feel free to share it with your friends, guys. Let me know what you think in the comment section below, if you think I should have done things differently. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Till next time, I'll catch you in the next video. Take care and have a good day. Bye-bye.